जय हिंद मैम।
जय हिंद मैम, कैसे हैं?
ठीक है मैम। मैम, all the teams are here in the room. So
ओके
first team one has joined, ma'am.
ओके, मतलब टीम 1 से
Team one और team two. Team one joined.
ओके, टीम 1 से मैम पहले पार्थ होगा।
पार्थ।
पार्थ होगा और फिर श्रीजीत होगा।
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, ठीक है। एंड मैम, आई रिक्वेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स को अपना नाम एंड टॉपिक जरूर बताना है। व्हाट आर दे स्पीकिंग ऑन एंड
Okay.
फॉर और अगेंस्ट।
Okay.
मैम, सर और ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं? मैम आप म्यूट।
Ma'am, sir is busy now. This time, there's so many parents
ओके
because LOC work is going on, but
ओके
they try to join.
ओके ओके। निधि मैम, यू कीप एन आई ऑन द टाइम ऑल्सो। टाइमर आप सेट कर लेना
Okay. Okay.
फॉर 3 minutes। मैम, वी आर रेडी। व्हेन द स्टूडेंट्स आर रेडी, यू कैन स्टार्ट।
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Team one is start.
ऑल द बेस्ट टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स। सबकी प्रिपरेशन हुई भी है अच्छी अच्छी। ऑल द बेस्ट। लेट्स सी हु विंस द स्मार्ट वॉच।
Ma'am is saying.
गुड।
Ma'am, may I start? The voice is actually echoing, so if anyone is using speakers, please shut it down for a time.
Excuse me, ma'am. म्यूट करिए जरा, म्यूट करिए। मैम, बाकी लोग को बोलिए कि वो टीम मतलब अभी के लिए हर जगह में वॉइस एको कर रहा है। आखिरी में जब उनका
Okay. Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. I'm Parth Singh of class 9th here again with a new topic that favors the topic that AI is improving human mathematics skills and making it more important. So let's start off simple. AI is killing human mathematical skills. Am I right? Then it would have killed a lot of stuff. Because then airplane must have killed walking a long time ago. Well, it didn't. For example, who likes to write a 3-page solution of integration in which you already know the solution and everything? Well, I think most of the people don't, and even a normal person won't. So this is where AI comes in with its relevance, its accuracy, its efficiency, its quickness, and everything. AI tells us why we could use it quickly and tells us about what it is relevant for. But you know what? AI isn't knowing about a proof. In 2017, Bill Gates did a conference with TED. He told that AI is quite fast, it's quick, it can do every stuff. But you know what? AI can't manage. Can't join it.
चलो ऊपर चलो, मैं देख रहा हूँ। ठीक, दीदी सामने एक चलें, एक ऊपर वाला फ्रेंड वाली जाऊँ मैं। ठीक।
Sandeep sir, are you speaking something?
Sorry, but I continue.
Okay, so where I was between.
If you want, you can start all over again also. Whatever is comfortable to you.
Okay. Jai Hind everyone, I'm Parth Singh. I am here again to explain a topic that is in the paper that human skills are being improved by AI and it is making it more important. Let's start off simple. AI is killing human mathematical skills. Is it right? then the airplanes must have killed walking a long time ago. Well, they did it. Same is with the normal thinking. Let's think that you have to solve a 3-page integration problem. You have to get the solution, but you already know the solution. Still, you have to solve it for a long-term goal, for a long-term question and everything. Well, you have to think of it in the perspective of AI. AI can do it very quickly. It is relevant. It has everything. But you know what? AI don't have proof. It can't prove stuff. Well, in 2017, Bill Gates did a conference with TED, and he told that AI is very fast. It has everything, but it can't get logic. We can feed it with A is equals to B plus C, but then if we would be saying B is equals to C minus A, then it would have a little bit confusion if we don't feed it with the logic. Then we can see it in a perspective that we are in front and back of the AI, making AI improve ourselves so that we can improve ourselves again. Then I want to talk about NASA. NASA is a very large organization. It has a lot of stuff. It has a lot of AIs. It has a lot of rocket trajectories. But why does it have employees then? Because if they don't have employees, those rockets might end up in your backyard and you would be barbecuing them or something you would like. But then it just explains that AI is not accurate in every sector. We have to get humans at the back and at the front. AI is the one advantaging us, and we are the one making AI. So in 2022, MIT did a survey on healthcare and found that a lot of hospitals in Boston were using AI algorithm systems were not quite correct because they use it with machine learning and were wholly dependent on AI. We still need humans to do it. So humans are still developing skills at the back of the AI and at the front of the AI. So here I am again, telling the explanation that AI is at front. In 2022 UNESCO Economic Conference, it said that the number one ranked job for the future was mathematical reasoning. Then at the last of it, I want to say again that if AI is killing math, you can think of it as a new level. You must have played those old games where you get a new level, then you don't have to go back to the same level and achieve it again. You're again starting with the level you have already achieved and you're moving forward. That is it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing AI can't teach you is how to use it properly. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Good part. Now, I would like first Srijit to give a rebuttal on it.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to ask my teammate Parth that he described that AI is more important, right? Human skills are more important in this field. I'm asking you a really simple question. Answer me as it in your own perspective, right? So, for example, if I give you your teacher gives you a homework, any maths homework or any subject, tell me truthfully, most of the students open AI and give out their questions and get their answers. They don't understand how AI gets the answers. They don't ask about the sources. They don't ask about what's going on inside the box. What's the thinking process of AI? Where is AI picking up this information? So, don't you think here human interruption is important? And if important, can you detail how?
Well, I think, Srijit, you haven't heard my last words that the only thing we can't teach AI is that AI, we can't teach ourselves that how to use AI properly. The student is using AI. It can be in a positive way. It can solve its doubt. But if he has a very bad perspective, he want to cheat or something, you can also cheat in examination. If you're sitting in examination hall, it's your point if if you want to cheat or not. You had online examinations in 2020 when there was COVID-19. It was totally your perspective. If you want to cheat, you could have cheated. That's just a base that it all depends on you. But AI, for example, if let's about a gun. If you kill a person with a gun, then you give the jail the gun or the person. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Good answer, Parth. Now from team 2, we have Shreyansh for a second rebuttal.
Jain, ma'am. My question to Parth is, if AI begins to dominate and make theorems and discoveries and proof, what will have happen to human creativity? That how can human make theorems, and they can, and how can they run institutions of math to the next level generation?
Well, I also give example about the same thing, I think, because I told that about the airplane thing. If airplane was harming the stuff, we could have been walking, we could have been avoiding walking right now. So you could have think in the same way. If you want to achieve a next level, I also give example of a game. If you have achieved a number of level, you have to gain the next level using the position you have after achieving the second level. That is it. If AI starts discovering stuff, it's good. It's discovering. But why can't we discover it even furthermore? We take our imagination into next level, because Terry Pratchett, a very famous British author, said that the only thing that distinguishes our species, human species, from other species like animals or even AI is that humans can imagine. Thank you. Thank you very much for the question.
Good Parth, again for the answer. We have Arun Singh sir also. First, I would like to say Jai Hind and good morning to sir.
Good morning, Jai Hind, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
All the mathematicians and young mathematicians.
Morning
Jai
again,
Hind.
sir.
Ma'am, please proceed. Please proceed.
Yeah. Nidhi ma'am, do you have a question for Parth?
Yes, I have a question part for you. Isn't it better to focus on real world application instead of memorizing formulas that AI already knows?
Yes, ma'am. That is what I said, because AI memorizes all the formulas. For example, if there's any formula a plus b, a minus b is equals to a square minus b square, then if AI already knows it, we can do the repetitive calculation using AI and focus on more of a big thing. For example, if you have a very large calculation and we have to do the thing like solving the using the formulas again and again, we can use AI for it and focus on the real thing which needs creativity and all. I hope you got the answer. Thank you. Thank you.
I think Sandeep sir or Sneha ma'am, do you have a question for Parth?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So I think Parth, you're done. Good, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's move to Srijit now. He'll speak about against. Yeah.
So hello everyone there. Is my voice audible again?
Yes.
Okay. So a very cheerful good morning and Jai Hind to all of you. To start off this topic, I would like to introduce myself first. This is Srijit Chaturvedi again, here with the same topic, but I'm speaking against the motion. AI is reducing the importance of human mathematical skills. So let's start. So let's start over. I would like to start over with a very, very basic question. Do you agree to the fact that whenever you are given a calculation or you're given a question, you just open Google, type in the question, get the answer, boom, the thing's done. And then if you have any calculation, for example, if you want to calculate the interest rate or the amount to be paid on that house mortgage of yours, you open the calculator, add up the interest, boom, the thing's done. Do you really think there is a need of remembrance of all those formulas that were given to you, you were taught as a child? I don't think so. So that's what we are going to talk about. First of all, let me start off with automation. You know, there was a research in US. At 2023, it was a Pew research. It stated that about 58% of the students in 2023 back then were using AI for their homeworks. You see, that is astonishing. Like about 60% of the students were doing so. Now, talking about more about automation, there is a writer, Ian Stewart. In his book, the truth, in his book, The Pursuit of Happiness, he wrote that the thing about algorithms are very, very complex. We don't understand what's behind them. There's a term in AI called as black box AI. The black box AI refers to the technology or a type of AI in which the internal thinking process, from where the AI picks up information, from where does it give you the information, what is the source, is not visible. Now, second, let's talk about the scales. All of the skills are available on the internet, whether you talk about dancing, enjoying music, everything, even mathematical skills. There are Vedic mathematical classes going on at YouTube. If you scroll YouTube for, let us say, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you will at least get 1 or 2 ads somehow that state about Vedic mathematics. All of that is available on the internet. Now, moving ahead in the third, we get to know more about what is industry. So in the industry, there was a research by Forbes, the reputed magazine that tells about the most, the most richest persons in the world. It stated that in 2023, 70 to 80% of the individuals in the share market use AI to trade away the stocks. Now, moving ahead, we get medicine. In medicine, there are various AIs like the IBM's Watson, Gemini, or specialized AI that they're available to help you, to guide you throughout the process. Now, again, moving ahead, we have the area that is referred to as education. Education, that is the key part of today's society. Now, I would like again to pinpoint my information with a resource. There was again a research in 2023, a Pew report in the US that stated that 42% of the teachers that were teaching students in the public schools stated that the students who were solving with AI had deteriorated in the number of steps in mathematics. For example, you solve mathematics, you write away the solutions, and then you write the answers. But the students who were learning with AI did not write the solutions. They were not writing clear solutions. They were just, writing away the answers with no solutions. So as we can see here, AI is taking away mathematics with us. And if you think closely, there is not enough use of it in nowadays. Now, again, we have the support and the supervision. Now, as we see, many of the individuals, many of our adults, as I'm growing up, refer to me as, if you want to go in the field of AI, go in supervision field. Supervise AIs. Learn about AIs. Don't learn how to code. Learn how to supervise them. Learn how to supervise the technology. Any individual who got, let us say, 60% in 12th, but knows how to use AIs will be getting far more paid off than someone who does BTech from any university and has coding certificates and hackathons, etc. So we can clearly see that the usage of mathematics, not mathematics, each and every subject is declining slowly due to AI. Even Hannah, a famous writer, a famous data scientist, writes in her book that black box AI is going to kill mathematics. I'm reading out her exact words: kill mathematics. For example, GPS killed the way we used to tell directions. For example, whether you travel to any new place, you ask people to people, what's the direction? How can I get there? But when GPS came, it killed it. Nobody used, right? Am I right there or not? I suppose I'm right over here. Now that's out. I would like to conclude that AI is killing maths. Now, if I think over, it's not killing maths. It's killing the use or the need of human mathematicians. That's all. Hope you liked it.
Thank you, Srijit. Now we have Parth for the first rebuttal.
Jen, everyone. I have a very simple question. If AI is really that good, why Google, Microsoft, and other companies still get human employees? And if AI is not fit, what do you think about the survey did by the UNESCO Economic Forum, where the best future jobs turn out to be mathematical reasoning?
Now that's a tricky question of yours. I will explain it to you using analogy. Okay, you know about aerospace engineers, Parth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So does all the public that travels in that aeroplanes learn about aerospace? They know about aerospace engineering. They do the course. Yes or no? They don't do the course, right? They just believe in that aerospace engineers. For example, there's a degree as aerospace engineering in which few people learn how to make aeroplanes and us public travels in it. We believe in it. The crash is inevitable. The crash that is going to happen, if the aeroplane crashes, it is inevitable. It's not our fault. But few people are going to learn aerospace engineering and do it. Just as an example, Google, IBM, etc. are hiring mathematicians, or let us say statisticians, at higher rates, at data scientists, the persons who are very key focus at in data science. They're hiring them to make the algorithms for the public. They're not asking us to make it. For example, I've given you the aeroplane examples. Aerospace engineers know how to make a plane, but we don't know how to make a plane. We just fly in that. We believe in the process. That's it. I hope you are satisfied with my.
Thank you.
Thank you, Srijit. Now from team 2, we have Mudit.
So, good morning, Jain, to all of you. My question to Srijit is that are humans more efficient for problem solving as AI can do it in less time and more accurate than humans?
AI, first of all, thanks for the question. AI can solve every of the problems, but there's a loophole. AI cannot do it creatively. AI cannot find new ways. AI can teach you how to solve a math problem, but how to deduce that the problem should be solved this way, and the grammar that is to be understood by solving the problem is to be learned by humans. For example, any of the formulas that you have learned, AI will teach you, the internet will teach you, but you need humans. Again, talking about the thing that you said that AI is more accurate. AI is only accurate in iterative tasks. That is the tasks that are repeating in simple calculations. But AI cannot give you a new symphony. AI cannot write a book. AI cannot write a new song. AI can't write a poetry. It will write, but based on its training data, the thing that it has actually been trained it won't create something new. I hope it satisfies you.
Thank you, Srijit. Arun Singh sir, if you're free, आप पूछेंगे question? Sir, आप mute हैं. Mute हैं.
No, man, nothing from my side.
Okay, okay. Sneha ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
Proceed
okay.
to the next team.
Okay, no, one judge's question has to be there. So let me ask him. Do you agree that strong mathematical foundation are required to create, train, or even improve any AI system?
Yeah, ma'am, absolutely. It was the same.
Yeah,
It was
Deepak Linga.
kind of related with the same question that Parth asked me. Few people need to learn it. For example, I will give you the same example over again. Few people need to learn how to make the algorithms, how to make these laptops. But we as general public don't need to learn how to operate these laptops. There's a requirement of mathematicians. I'm not saying that they have been deduced, they will not be able, but the number of mathematicians that was in the centuries ago. For example, what took humans to calculate in centuries, what took humans a lot of scientists, what took humans a lot of research centuries to calculate is now just a tap away, just a voice message away, it's at your fingertips.
Thank you, Shrijit. Let's move to the next team.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have, thank you, Shrijit. Well said. Next, we have Shreyansh from team 2.
Good afternoon and Jain everyone. I am Shreyan Singh, speaking for pure maths. I will be explaining that how pure maths plays an important role in the world than applied maths. So pure math is the foundation of all mathematical applications. It's about universal discoveries of universal truth, unbound by physical limitations. Pure maths lays the groundwork for every scientific and technological advancement and development. And there is very large development of logical reasoning in pure maths. For example, you can take, we proves the questions by the contradiction method. And second, we can take that it enhances the critical thinking. And third, we can take that it also helps our mind to think clear and vigorously. And I can add some few concepts of the pure maths, that is calculus, in which integration, differentiation comes, trigonometry, linear algebra. These are some concepts of pure mathematics. Now moving forward, let us not forget that technologies that we really rely on are also using pure mathematics. For example, we are using AI and machine learning in nowadays, and AI and machine learning uses linear algebra, probability, group theory, and topology. So in AI and machine learning, neural networks are present, and neural networks uses vector spaces, and neural network processes its data as vectors, and it also takes its input as vector. And if you know, in neural network there are neurons present. So if we want to calculate the weight of neuron, so we use the vector concept, that is dot product. Now let us take one more example. As we know, the concept of imaginary number, prime numbers, and other concepts used to be useless in past, but now it is coming in use, like in cryptography and physics. We will take the example of cryptography. You will think, what is cryptography? Cryptography is a science of preventing or protecting our informations by formatting the format. So now I will tell you, how does pure maths help in cryptography. Now there is a RSA inscription in cryptography. So we use a security key that is in the form of composite number. We divide the composite number by factoring it into the prime numbers. So it makes a good security key for RSA in cryptography. And I would like to end my topic by saying that without pure maths, applied maths would be nothing to be applied. Thank you, Anjane.
Okay, now we have Mudit for the first rebuttal.
So my question is, how does pure math is useful in neural network?
As I have told that in neural network, we use vector concepts. So to calculate the weight of one neuron, we use a formula of W into X plus B. B is the biasness of the neural network, and X and W is in the dot product, which is the concept of vector.
Okay, Shreyansh, what do you plan to take, Shreyansh? Applied maths or pure maths?
Pure maths, man.
Okay, okay, okay. Next rebuttal, we have Anubhav.
Yes. So my question to Shreyans is, why is there need to study pure maths when there's applied maths which is more easier to understand and relatable to our surroundings?
Uh, so we should study pure maths because pure maths makes our thinking enhances our critical thinking, and also it saves the future generation better for the thinking out of the box ideas in pure maths.
Okay. Now from the judges, Nidhi ma'am, you'd like to ask a question?
Yes, I have a question for you, Srijit. What do you think? Pure maths or core maths is the foundation of the other branches of mathematics?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Reason?
Ma'am, because pure maths has been included by many more highly concept data is used in scientific research and many more engineering fields. So it is the foundation in which we can use to make our technology more on the to go on more higher level.
Okay, Shreyansh. Thank you. Do any other judges have any other question for Shreyansh? Okay, we move ahead to Mudit now.
Good morning and Jai Hind to everyone. I am Udit Swasto and I am here to speak on the topic why applied mathematics is more important. As applied mathematics directly impacts on the world we live in. From engineering to economics, biology to artificial intelligence, we use applied mathematics. Without applied mathematics, bridge collapse, plane falls, and pandemic spread unchecked. It's not just about discovery, it is about utility, relevance, and human progress. Pure math may be intellectually impressive, but applied math saves lives. It transforms abstract theories into practical tools that guide our daily existence. Like epidemiological model predict disease spread, algorithm power GPS navigation, and differential equation help forecast weather and climate. While pure math asks what if, applied math answer what now. It offers solution to real problems existing in the world. Now we talk about some practical uses of applied math in our daily lives. While shopping, we constantly compute unit prices, sale percent, and compare bundle offers. It is pure arithmetic applied daily. We always do planning before traveling, like estimating the travel time, fuel consumption, expenditure, hotel price, etc. These all rely on applied mathematics. In sports, we use geometry and statistics for trajectory planning, scoring analysis, and probability estimation. It is all used in applied maths. At the end, the both pure math and applied math are interconnected. Without applied math, pure math will be limited to theory only, and without pure maths, applied math won't have any foundation.
Good share. Good, Mudit. Let's have the question from Shreyansh now.
So my question is, can Mudit, you give me one example, a good example, how applied math is used in daily life of our surrounding in from our surrounding?
As I have already said that we use applied math in our daily lives constantly. Like for in engineering, we use calculation for getting proper answers. And in our daily lives, we go to shopping and we compare prices, sale percent, and compare bundle offers for getting good clothes or anything that we want.
Okay. For the next question, we have Manas.
Yes. So my question is, doesn't applied math depend on formulas and theories made by pure math? So what is your opinion on this?
Yes, applied maths depend on pure math. Pure math, because pure math provides theories, formulas, and concepts that applied math used to solve real world problem. Without pure math, applied math cannot exist as it don't have any foundation.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for your answer.
Okay, I have a question for you, Mudit. You're not visible, although, but that's okay. If industries and job prefer applied maths, should schools and colleges focus more on applied maths?
Uh, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, if industries and jobs prefer applied maths, then should school and colleges uh, keep only applied maths?
No, like school and colleges cannot only focus on applied math because pure math is also important in our daily life because we use pure math in engineering sector and many more. Pure math provides a base to applied maths. Without pure math, we cannot use applied maths.
Okay, let's move to, thank you, Mudit, thank you. Let's move to team 3. That's Anubhav.
Yes. So can I start?
Yes, Anubhav.
Okay. So a very good afternoon and Jai Hind to respected judges, teachers, and my fellow participants. Today, I, Anubhav Singh of class 10, is here to speak for the motion that school mathematics should focus more on problem solving and logic than merely memorizing formulas. So, mathematics at its very core is not just a collection of formulas, but a way of thinking, a language of logic. If we restrict students to only memorize formulas and equations like the trigonometric identities or quadratic equation, then math becomes mechanical. But if we encourage problem solving and logical reasoning, then the students can understand why formulas work, not just what they are. Now let's take a real world example. When a shopkeeper calculates discount, or when an engineer calculates the load on a bridge, then they don't sit and recite the formulas they have memorized. Instead, they take logical steps to solve the problem. Nowadays, even calculators have formulas, but no machine can replace the human logical reasoning. Also, many researchers from the different coaching institutes like FIITJ or the LN are also resonance, along with Brainsford magazine by National Research Council in 2000 stated that students trained in logical problem solving have higher success rates in competitive exams like JEE or any other Olympiads. And also, in these tests, they rarely ask, write this formula. They ask, how can you apply concept to this? So now let's consider geometry. If a student memorizes the area formula of a triangle, then he can only use it to find the areas of some direct questions. But if they understand the logic behind it, so they can use it to find the area of different irregular plots of land, which is more useful in the real life. Similarly, probability and statistics are not just numbers. They are used daily in weather forecasting, elections, and even cricket strategies. None of them rely on formulas cramming. They rely on application and reasoning. Moreover, Moreover, focusing on logics builds skills beyond mathematics. It helps us to think critically, analyze a situation, and make decisions. This is why companies nowadays focus more on problem-solving ability more than the theoretical knowledge. And a student who learns mathematics through reasoning will not succeed just in exams, but in life. In conclusion, remembering formulas may give short-term results, but understanding logical problem solving will give lifelong skills. Also, therefore, school must shift their focus. School mathematics must shift their focus from rote memorization to developing logical thinkers who can apply mathematics in real world. And at last, I would like to say that understanding the concept makes the child a logical thinker. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Anubhav. Let's have a rebuttal from Manas. Is Manas there?
Yes, ma'am. My question to Anubhav is that I think many competitive exams are time bound. So there are formulas to be used there. So what is his opinion on this, and how can logic be used in such exams?
Okay. So your question is in competitive examinations, they are time bound, and at that time, if we start deriving formulas and we use our logical skills, so there we will lack time. So in answer to this, I have like that to apply formulas also we need to have a logical understanding of the question, an application of that question, and that only comes logical thinking. Like if in a question in competitive exams, questions are not direct. Like this is the initial velocity, this is the final velocity, find the acceleration. The question is like a train is moving. So this cannot be solved through just through formulas. It can only be solved through application knowledge and logical thinking.
For the next rebuttal, we have Akash.
Good morning and Jain everyone. So my question from Anubhav is that isn't it true that great mathematicians like Ramanujan relied on formulas and shortcuts?
Yeah, Akash, you are right. That great mathematicians like Ramanujan relied on formulas and shortcuts. But the fact is, they didn't rely on it. They made their own formulas to their deep logical insight. They used the formulas to derive more formulas. They didn't use it to solve questions and all. They derived their own formulas. And at last, I would like to say, Ramanujan didn't use, he derived. And that shows his logical insight.
But to derive formulas also, you need to know certain formulas, not to get into further formulas. You need to know the basic formulas, then only you can move ahead on work.
Yeah, ma'am, you are right. Sometimes only knowing formulas is not the main thing. You need to have a logical knowledge about that. You need to have a logical insight, deep insight about that thing. I also know multiple formulas, but I can't derive new formulas from that. That shows how deep logical insight he was having.
Yeah, Nidhi ma'am, you have a question.
Anuma, what concept can be involved in academics to boost problem solving skills?
Actually, ma'am, the main thing is in nowadays in academic, students believe in rote memorization. They just learn these formulas and all. But if they come out of their book and see the world, then they can apply different formulas in the real life also. Like a shopkeeper applying a discount. They can apply those mathematics. So if they come out of their book and see the world around them and try to relate their mathematics with the world, then they will automatically create or innovate a problem solving ability in themselves.
Okay. So, are there any concepts involved in academics right now which are boosting problem solving skills?
Yeah, ma'am. The main thing is maths practical. We don't only study mathematics through books. We do practicals. We do activities that increase our mathematical understanding and makes our mind to analyze different situations. Like a cuboid. If you imagine a cuboid on a page, then it would be hard for us. But if we imagine cuboid as a pencil box, then it would increase our mental level and also increase our analyzation level.
Okay. Actually, Anubhav, the concept which you are dealing with also boosted the concept of probability, direct and inverse proportions, which are already involved in the academics, right?
Okay, thank you, Anubhav. Let's move to Manas.
Good morning and Jain, everyone. I am Manas Gupta and I am here to stand against the motion. I believe that memorizing formulas is much more important than actually focusing on problem solving and logic. First of all, memorizing uh, formulas are the backbone of mathematics. Without them, logic has no base. For example, if you take the example of a student who is learning trigonometry, uh, and he has to find that the side of two triangles, then without formulas, he cannot find the sides, no matter how much reasoning he will apply. Secondary exams and competitive tests prove this point. Studies have shown that more than 60% of mathematics exam questions directly depend on formulas. In competitive exams, like JEE or NEET, students have just 2 or 3 minutes to solve the question. Exams like JEE and NEET, students have just 2 or 3 minutes per question. So memorizing the formulas save their time and in turn ensure their accuracy while trying to derive them will decrease their time and waste precious seconds. Thirdly, I think real life requires quick recall of formulas. Uh, as an engineer designing a bridge must instantly apply the formula of stress or pressure that is equal to force upon area. Or shopkeeper calculating 20% discount must know the formula that uh, discounted price is equal to original price into 1 minus discount upon 100. This will give him the discounted price. Even builders doing construction work every day needs formula. This will make their work easier and reliable. Lastly, formulas also build our confidence. Just like how we memorized multiplication tables, which will help us to quickly calculate. Memorizing the formulas will also help us to solve high-level questions easily. This will in turn increase our confidence. So I think that logic is very important, but it can only work if the formulas are already known. In conclusion, I firmly say that formulas are more important than logic in school mathematics. They provide us with speed and accuracy and also reliability. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Manas.
Thank you,
Now
ma'am.
we have a question from Anubhav first, the first rebuttal.
Okay, so my question to Manas you is, you stated that formulas are more important. So if formulas were only the key to success, so why doesn't anyone who reads the math book top in every exam? Why doesn't that happen?
Because not only learning the formulas is not enough. I think that understanding the question and the maths behind the formula is also very important. You cannot solve just a question by just learning the formula. You also need to understand what the question is saying and how the formula is being used. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Manas, so that's only include the logical thinking that is applied in any question. So indirectly, you are supporting my statement only that logical solving mindset is required in mathematics.
Yes, I believe that logic and formulas are equally important, but formulas should be used while in consideration because formulas can only be learned and there should be an understanding behind the using the formulas.
So Manas and Anubhav, can we have an open book exam? Both of you favor what? An open book exam is good in which all the formulas are already written.
Actually, ma'am, the idea of open book, if there is going to be an open book exam, so for that only a student must know that that question is given at which page. So for that only that person has to study.
But that is not actually given. We have to.
Actually, it is not also that from this book only the question is going to be asked. So it's better to first understand the thing, better than finding from those books at that time.
No, but
When
if it's an open book exam, Manas, anybody thinks that chalo kya zarurat hai padhne ki? We'll just go and look for it and they know on which page it is and they'll give it.
He will get to know that why there's a need to study out after examination, when he will not be able to find any answer and any formula from the whole book. Because the book is not of 2 pages only. It contains more than 100, 200 pages. And finding the answer to a particular question from 200 pages is not going to be easy in just a definite time.
When I actually prefer the closed book exams more because I think they test our knowledge more just than reading the books in the open book exams. I think they are much more important than the open book exams here.
Okay, okay, Anubhav. Now, Manas, now we have a question from Anshuman for Manas.
Good morning and Jain everyone. Good morning and Jain everyone. I am here is the question that what if the student in an examination sitting in an examination doesn't forget the formula, whether if logic will not be there, he cannot derive it. So what will you say about that?
Can you repeat the question, please?
My question is, like a student is sitting in the examination, if he forgets the formula and he doesn't know the logic, then how he can be doing solving a problem, how he can derive it, rederive it?
For that, he will have to first understand the question, the logic behind it. I think that the logic is needed to understand the question actually. And then after that, he will need to rederive the question using logic.
But it is using logic. So, and it is not memorizing the formula. So, it means you are saying that logic is important.
I think that logic and formulas are equally important. But in this case, I think that first understanding the question is more important here. Then only he can solve the questions.
I think, Manas, you were speaking for formula memorization.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Let's move to the next team. Thank you, Manas. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let's have Akash now, the last team.
Good morning and Jai Hind, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friend. I am Akash of class 10th is here to explain the for the motion of the topic, how technology helps students to learn mathematics. So mathematics in nowadays is not only doing some addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. It is all about solving real life complex problem, and for that technology is not a distraction, it is necessity. Apps like GeoGebra and Photomath help students to solve critical questions with the help of graphs and also with the help of step-by-step procedures. So these can build some conceptual thinking in the student instead of rote memorization. The research of the Indian Teachers Association shows that the students who are using the calculators are more confident and also have high problem solving skills as compared to the students who are not using the calculators. After that, when we talk about the digital platforms, so the digital platforms like Khan Academy also help the student by increasing the improvement percentage by 70% to 87%, a jump of 17%, which is greater than compared to the traditional method students who have only got 6% jump. And when you will be thinking that what about the students who are in less developed areas or who are having less resources. So the students, the AI tutor in Ghana developed AI which is known as Rory, which has improved from 0.37% of the learning criteria, and which have helped the students of Ghana to learn more in better way with the less resources, because 0.67 impact point is more for the students who have nearly no access to the quality math education. And then when we talk about the critics says that calculator weakens our basics. So once we have mastered our basics, then what's the use of solving mathematical arithmetics repeatedly, like solving a same multiplication repeatedly one after one. We can use calculator there. Does engineer use that old slide methods to solve their problem? Does scientist use that integral by hand? No, they use technology, because technology help them apply the application and also help them to think in more different way. Forgetting about the psychology, when we will talk the Shiko report, it has shown that the students who have like the students who have uh, anxiety score 34 points less than the students who are confident enough. So the apps which use graphs or solve the step by step with the help of visuals help the students to build the confidence and lower their anxiety, and this can improve them their mathematics, and they can solve mathematics fearlessly. My dear friends, technology is not crunch, it is a ladder. It will help us to climb high and think deeper. The problem is not in using it. The problem is in misusing the technology. And with the help of technology, we can make the math from a subject of fear to the subject of discovery. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Akash. Now we have the first rebuttal from Anshuman.
So my question is that students are using Google's and Photomat for getting the right answers. So it is making them dependent and lazy. So what will you say about that?
So the students are using photomath. So it is not the problem of the application. We should teach the students the ethics that how to use that. We should teach them that how they can use. The photomath is not the problem. Problem is that they are using it in the wrong way. Like if we will teach the students that if you will solve the question and after 10 times the result don't come, so you can only take the assistance from the photomath that how it can be solved. So we can by simply teaching the ethics of the technology, we can improve.
Sorry, Akash, it was not clear what you wanted to say. Can you?
Ma'am, I am telling that the problem is not in the technology of photomath that students are taking help. The parents and teacher can assist the student that how to use the technology in right way. They like not using the technology every time and only using in the ethical manners. Like.
Okay. Okay. Now we have a question from Parth from Team 1. And I request Parth and Srijit just to stay back. We have some more questions for you.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I have a very simple questions. If calculators are just applied maths and basic of mathematics, then why can't we use them in schools or mostly schools or any examinations?
If we talk about in schools, so in schools we create the basics for the students, like we develop their basics in the schools. So when we will start using calculator in the schools, then the students will not be able to create their basics. And you are talking about why can't we use calculator in the school. So after creating the basics, when they go in college, so some BTech colleges give students to calculator to calculate the fast the results, because their basis is developed in the school, so they have to only do the complex calculation. So that's why they use calculator. And in school we have to make them master of the basics, so they can't need calculator in this. They don't need calculator in this.
Thank you, Akash. Now we have a question from Nidhi ma'am.
I have a question for you, Akash. Like, when we talk about academics, okay, first let's talk about academic. Do you think by using calculator or apps, by not using calculator or apps, it makes mind exercise lazy?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
Do you think by not using calculator or any other apps, it makes our mind more lazy or boost ourselves towards not thinking ability? It decreases the thinking ability.
By using the technology, ma'am, or calculator, if we have to solve complex problems, so we can only calculate the result of that addition or subtraction from the calculator. But if we talk about the technology, so technology is also very helpful. By technology we can show the visuals of the problem, that is the question solved by the student. So and it can expand the way of thinking of the student. By using the technology we can show different graphs, we can show the visuals of the questions, and we can also give them the different type of question using the technology, not that same kind of question that they are solving. We can improve hot question by using the technology.
So like you are telling that if we are using log tables instead of calculator, so is it good or bad according to you?
Depending on the criteria with or situation, we can use that both.
No, log tables can be used for like major calculations, like longer calculations.
Sorry, ma'am, I am not aware.
Okay. Now let's thank you, Akash. Let's move to our last and final participant, Anshuman.
Respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends, good morning and Jain. Today, I, Anshuman Chaube, is standing against the motion that calculators and apps are necessary in learning mathematics. So, at first glance, when we feel like technology is a blessing to mathematics, to learn mathematics, as it provides graphs and it provides instant solution and it saves time. But when we look deeper, we get to understand that technology is just making the students dependent and shaking their foundation. Let's start with an Ivy League Education Center report 2024. It shows that using of calculator is just eroding the basic math skills and basic numbers skills of the students. Like students are using calculators for even multiplying 2 and 7, then we can clearly see that their confidence and logic is completely lost. Similarly, the site general published that the students, although they are getting the computations, but they are not showing the genuine understanding of the concepts of calculus. Moreover, the calculators dependency study 2023 shows that the student who are using calculators and they are depending on the calculators, it reduces their critical level thinking skill, and they start panicking when the tools are unavailable. Like imagine a student sitting in an examination hall where there is no calculator, he will suddenly feel helpless. Friends, let us not forget about that calculator. The mathematics is just not about getting the right answer. It's about the conceptual understanding and the way of process of thinking. And if we outsource that process of thinking with machines, then what will be the remain of our critical thinking and our problem solving skills? So, National Council of Teachers of Mathematics also, while supporting calculators, they said that calculator must be only used when the basic math skills are mastered. And sadly, in most of schools, this balance is lost. Yes, there are some studies that shows that using digital tools helps students to increase in short-term scores, like getting more percentage in school examinations. But when we look that it is only surface level improvements. A true mastery in any topic of the math requires basic understanding and a logic and step-by-step procedure, and it requires struggling with the problems, not just copying from anywhere like Google. And consider this: the PISA reports all suggest that the students with high math anxiety scores 34 points less than the others. It's mean that if we just give them the answers without any struggle, they will not overcome the fear of maths. They will just postpone it. So in long term, they cannot overcome with the fear of maths. So in conclusion, I can say that calculators and apps just they makes the students dependent and weaken their mental skills and steals their independence. So if we want to become our students to become critical thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers and scientists, we need to rely on our mind rather than just using calculators and apps for that. From this, I would like to conclude my topic. Thank you, Anjali.
Thank you, Anshuman. Let's have the first rebuttal from Akash.
So my question is from Anshuman that technology makes math more engaging with visuals. So what's your idea on this?
Yes, engagement is good, but we must consider that the real efforts are more important, as learning in any topic of the maths requires a proper struggling with the questions and repeating it questions properly so we can understand the basic concepts behind it. Engagement is good, but it is also decreasing the mental skill and abilities.
Now we have from Srijit, the second rebuttal.
Okay, so my question is regarding the calculated thing that you talked about. First of all, as we know that, let me give you an example. First of all, as humans moved from machines, the thing that they used to do with the hands, for example, crafting anything or making anything, they moved it to automation using machines, right? So it was human evolution. The same thing, the things that we used to do with hands using traditional methods, using a copy and a pen, is now being solved by apps and calculators. So don't you think this is just human revolution, a human evolution, and it should be, and calculators and the other apps that are being used should be a part of it and be used for the purpose that they were designed?
Yes, it is true that they are made for that, but we need to understand that they are only when we use when our basic mathematical skills are mastered. Like if our basics and arithmetical operations are clear, then we should use calculators. Otherwise it will only decrease our confidence. Like sometimes you may also feel that when you are calculating, you don't feel that confidence that it is right or wrong, so you use calculator. So you can say that calculators are just decreasing our confidence and logic. So we must not over dependent on them for our answers.
Okay, thanks.
But do you think, Anshuman, that long commerce calculations that are there in accounts and the entire balance sheets and all that is made in commerce can be done without calculators?
Yes, ma'am. Like long-term calculations, it creates problem, but it is also necessary to let's take an example. Like where like old mathematicians, when they were deriving, they were struggling with their problems, so they invented various like Vedic maths and tricks like that. So for easy mathematics, then it means that if we struggle with the problems, ma'am, we can easily come up with them, and it can we can improve.
So should 11th and 12th CBSE should allow calculators?
Ma'am, I think that for 11, 12, they should not allow. But for like in professional jobs, they already use calculators, and different engineers and scientists already use calculators and different machines for their, because their basics are clear and they have mastered it. So it doesn't mean to use the calculator. So in 11, 12th, we have to improve our critical thinking skills. So it should not be used.
Okay, fine, Anshuman. Thank you. Can we have Parth and Srijit back? Thank you, Anshuman.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, that time Nidhi ma'am also did not ask you a question. So she has a question for you first, and then I also have a question.
Guys, I have a question for you. You all debate regarding AI, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
So, in a way or other, you all are satisfied with that AI is beneficial uh, in today's time, right? So, can you suggest me how can we balance the benefits of AI with the need to develop and maintain essential math skills?
Can you repeat, ma'am?
Can you repeat, ma'am, please?
How can we balance the benefits of AI with the need to develop and maintain essential math skills so that it may not harm student academic development, which are the core idea for study?
Ma'am, who is going to answer the question? Me or Parth or both of us?
Both of you. Both of you. Both of you. One by one.
To answer this academic thing, that I have said it very much time that you can think of it as a game. You develop and achieve a level. Then you have to achieve a second level. But you don't have to start from the starting. You can start from where you are. You have achieved the second level. Then you can achieve the third level. So if the students are here, then for example, if you didn't know about gravity at the past of the time when Newton was there, then when the children didn't know about gravity, but then they got a book. They got a book from Newton. They are knowing about gravity and all the stuff. and then they can move into some new stuff. They can discover about why gravity is there, why gravity tends to explain about time travel and all the things. So we can development is always in a straightforward way. We always go at front. We never get back with the new developments and new discoveries.
So, but isn't it hindering the way the students are thinking? They have this easy access to AI.
Ma'am, first of all, I would like to answer this question with relation to our life. I think my answer might be a bit philosophical, but I think that ethics are tested at every part of your life. Morals are tested and defined at every part of our life. Ethics are something which a person chooses for himself. For example, uh, you have the option to give a test. You can either cheat or you don't cheat, but that's entirely up to you. Technology is always made to help everybody. Weapons are also made with the thing in mind for our protection. Everything, every new technological development is made with good things in mind. They are not made with bad intentions. Even the internet, even robots, even deep learning was made with good intentions in mind. But now Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, he received the Nobel Award. He received the Nobel Award right now. He gave a speech warning us about the misuses that AI can hold it. So hindering the learning process is entirely up to us. And it is, I think it is the responsible of the parents and the teachers to teach the children to use AI just as a side helper when things go out of their hands or they have doubts, but not as question solvers. That's all.
So should younger children also start with AI? They should have an access to AI. They can answer their questions. Younger children do not know about, what is correct and what is incorrect about the morality. So how do you teach them the morality if you start with AI?
Ma'am, the thing that you said about teaching children, I would like to answer it, ma'am. I again and again said the same thing that, for example, you are a child, then we have airplanes and everything, cars and all in our world, and it's a technological world. But it's like saying that if you have cars and all, the children shouldn't learn to walk. They should learn it, then they can use the cars and all the stuff. That's what
I would like to add one more thing. AI is just like autocorrect in your mobile phone. It is there to help you, but it's your choice. You either use it or you don't use it.
So,
So
if
should schools use it? Schools should use it.
They should use it. I think they must use it. I should say they must use it. And
Oh, must use it, Srijit. Huh?
so suppose
They must
if you would be a principal of a school, so how would you implement it in your school?
How would I implement the use of AI?
If you were a principal of a school.
Ma'am, first of all, I would try to include AI teaching and AI doubt solving because for example, you have a chapter, name any chapter of mathematics. So the explanation part should be done by a human teacher, first of all. But the doubt solving part and the part that details about the, let us say, the mathematical works should be done by AI, because by explaining something, we connect to you. For example, I'm talking to you, so I connect with you. I connect with your feelings. I connect with what will please to you, what won't please. But AI has no foundations. It doesn't know what will suit the children and what wants to the children. But
also, ma'am, I would like to add a thing that, we are naturally very afraid of many teachers in our scenario. For example, someone would be afraid of their math teachers or someone would be afraid of their English teacher. So they are not able to ask doubts because of their fear. That is not the thing with AI. They can ask any doubts for the same.
But the explanation part of the chapter must be done by the human teacher.
Good.
Fine. Thank you, Parth and Srijit. Thank you, Sneha ma'am, Sandeep sir, Manish sir. If you have any questions or anything, you can go ahead.
No, ma'am. Thank you. It's
Okay,
late,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Sorry for taking in more time. Thank you, Arun sir. Thank you, the full team. Let's see the best man wins. Yeah, thank you, Arun sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
And thanks for providing a path to the young mathematicians now they can think, innovate, and make their career in the innovation, entrepreneurship, and also the writing the books and mathematics. So many ideas are there, and I also appreciate their learning and collection of data. And when I listen Ansuman about the journals, that's good.
Right.
Well done, Ansuman. Okay, keep going on. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Nidhi ma'am also.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Parth and Srijit and the entire team and the entire team of SunBeam Baliya who've been so cooperative. Sneha ma'am is so cooperative.
Thank you, ma'am.
Then we have sir also. All of them are very cooperative. Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And
Thank you, ma'am.
Sriram sir also, who's been
Yes,
coordinating.
yes.
Yeah, thank you.